Hi, Paul Bedford here from Retention Guru and Guru Paul. And in this clip, originally filmed in a conversation with Erin, Phelan and Weston from Fitness Industry Canada, I am talking about building confidence and competence through visit frequency. Now, I know I bang on about visit frequency, but think about it. If you want someone to build an identity as an exerciser, and with that comes the confidence and competence to work out comfortably in your environment, they need to visit. It's not going to just happen overnight. So I'm talking about what we do to improve confidence and competence and goal setting, a change in focus on goal setting from VO2 max or body composition or personal best to did I show up? Now, have you got any questions or comments? Please put them in the box down below. We're not thinking about, if we want to hold on to people for time, we've got to build their confidence and competence. And it's a bit like driver ed. You start with the basics. Yes, I'd love to drive a Ferrari as my first driving lesson, but I'm probably not going to get that. I'm going to get a box standard car where I can get all the fundamentals down and build my competence and competence.
Brilliant. And that segues into goals and why goals fall off so predictably.
Yeah.
And for someone who's been in the industry for a long time, Group X manager, your classes are packed in January. And then by March, it's the exact same numbers that you had in October.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the predictability of goals getting diluted over time.
Yeah. And look, the idea of goal dilution is this, that if you have multiple goals, the likelihood of you getting any of them goes down. So the more things you add, the more difficult it becomes. But again, I think, people come in and they go, new year, new me. I want to lose weight, tone up, eat healthy, stop drinking as much, maybe quit smoking, go to bed early, get extra sleep, do some recovery, do some mindfulness, take some nature, be in the sun, and it's like, as soon as you drop one of those, the tendency is to drop the others. It's like a domino effect. Because it's like, I didn't go to bed as early as I thought, so I didn't get up as early as I thought, and I didn't get my 15 minutes of sunlight first thing in the morning because it was cloudy. You get what's called the abstinence violation effect, where you've not done what you said you were going to do, and therefore you lapse and then relapse. And so I think the fitness industry for a very long time, and still possibly, has focused too extensively on outcome goals. Because we understand SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic timeframes. They work for us because it gives us a nice structure to work with, but they don't motivate people. They're the outcome. The motivation comes from something called the superordinate goal. The superordinate goal is the underlying motivator of the behavior. So it's the abstract concept of, I want to look better. I want to feel better. I want to be happy. They're abstract concepts. They're the things that drive the behaviors, but they're not the outcome. And I know if you look in something like Atomic Habits by James Clear. Yeah. All the research says process. Focus on the journey, not on the destination. And so for us, if someone says, I want to, let's say, lose weight, it's a very common one if they're not on any one of a number of different cocktails now. I want to lose weight. Okay, well, in order to lose weight, you need to become a regular user of the gym. Now, to become a regular user of the gym, you've got to start creating a habit. A habit is formed when you perform an activity at least once per week. It's usually easier to get a habit to stick if you can fit it in a sequence of things where doing the behavior is normal. So you end up with things like getting up in the morning, grabbing your workout bag, going and working out before you go to work. So it fits in a sequence rather than trying to fit it into some abstract part of the week, either on the way home or, those types of things. But for us, one of the simplest ways of making people successful is getting them to visit on the same day and same time. It's not asking them to change their body fat, their VO2 max, their, vertical jump or whatever we're measuring them by. It's saying, this is the first goal you need to achieve. I want you in the first month to attend 4 to 8 times. And in those 4 to 8 times, the goal of those attendances is to actually learn how to be an exerciser. Because while you're learning that, you'll be moving towards your goal. Month 2, we can maybe increase a little bit of the intensity and maybe a little bit of the volume, and that'll get you even closer to your goal. And we're always trying to encourage them to come, really we want them coming 2 to 3 times a week. I know the fitter and those who've got fitness as a lifestyle will want to do it every day. The vast majority of people don't want to do fitness as a lifestyle. They just want the outcome that fitness will give them. So 2 times a week will get them the results and keep them as members.